Hey guys, it's Mark here, your interlinc and youth leaders only guru. Man, it has just been a nasty, nasty year for youth ministry budgets. I know a lot of you guys have had your budgets cut, and as we started to talk to a lot of you guys about youth leaders only for next year, some of you are even still waiting to see what your budget's going to look like next year. Well, I want to just take a little moment and tell you something I learned when I was doing full-time youth ministry about budgets that was awesome. I was very fortunate. My very first church, where I was a full-time youth leader, I had a mentor right in the same town. Very, very wise guy who had done a lot of youth ministry. And one of the very first things he pushed and helped me to do at the church was to develop a very clear purpose statement. Even before I had picked this little guy up here, our youth ministry had a very clear purpose statement that we operated under, and a set of values that were very clear as well. So our whole ministry started, everything we did had to have a component of that purpose in it. And it was very effective, and the ministry grew, and it was awesome. So one year, when I was getting ready to submit my budget for the next year, my mentor said, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to submit a purpose-driven budget. My first reaction was, come on, enough of the purpose-driven stuff. He goes, no, really, if you're willing to do the work on this, it's going to pay off. So I said, okay, what is a purpose-driven budget? And he simply said, Mark, take your budget, all those line items that you have that you're going to ask money for, and don't let it just be a dollar figure. What you want to do is break out each one of those dollar figures, plug it back into your purpose, and really shine a light on what that money is doing to help accomplish your youth ministry. So I said, okay, I think I'm getting this. He said, go through line by line and break out and have every line a paragraph. He says, explain exactly how that money goes to help you accomplish the purpose with your ministry. He said, do one other thing too. Below that paragraph that explains it, say this little phrase, here's what would happen if we didn't have this. And then go and explain what would happen if that money was cut or that money disappeared altogether. Now, doing youth ministry in Southern California, Sunday it can be tough to get kids to come to church. So one of the things we started doing, we had a very cool kind of coffee house part of our youth room, is we said, tell you what, you guys come to church, you get up on Sunday, we'll feed you breakfast. Now, it wasn't anything fancy. It was those little cereal bowls with the pull-up tops and Pop-Tarts and coffee. But it was a big part of our purpose, because it got kids out of bed. They came as they were, and gave us extra relational time with them. And it got them out of bed to come be a part of church. So in my budget, when I requested that money for that food, I clearly spelled out what that was for. And underneath it, I said, here's what would happen if we didn't have it. Fewer kids would come. They would feel less welcome. We'd miss out on that relational opportunities. We shared a Pop-Tart before the worship service got going. And an interesting thing happened. As I did the work on all those different line items, and as I submitted that budget, a crazy thing happened. No one on the budget committee was willing to cut my budget, because it was a whole lot easier to cut a dollar figure. It's a lot harder to cut a ministry purpose. So maybe that might help you. I don't know if you're in the budget process right now, or if you need to just go and fight for it. But maybe doing a purpose-driven budget might help you down the road. And I hope as you look at that Youth Leaders Only line item for your budget, that you'll think just about everything that Interlink wants to give you with that membership, and we'll be able to continue to serve you and be a part of your budget. Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you soon.